All right, what is up? Um, just give me 1 second here. Okay. All right. It's been about a week. Today's date is September. I'm gonna talk to you while I adjust this. September. What is it? The 10th, the 9th, the 9th or 10th. September 9th or 10th. Okay. We're gonna talk about a couple of things here. No news really on anything. Nothing that I really wanted to, or that I traded off of. Okay. Um, you've got a couple of things that I see coming. Well, first of all, let me start this off by saying I am not your financial advisor. Okay. Nothing I'm saying on here today is to indicate for you to buy or sell anything. All this is just simply a documentation of my own trading journey. Okay. Now with that being said, um, I did go and scoop up something. So it was a meme. Again, I told you before about BWT. I like how it looks. Okay, it's down. If you go look at it, like it would look down to you, but it's down from where it peaked. It looks like a pattern is forming to me. Yeah, you can say it's a, you know, this thing is like wonky. You could say it is a, type of a wedge or anything like that. Only thing I'm gonna tell you is that, especially in this meme, in the meme area, what I like to see is like an initial spike or whatever from like months past, and then like that little flat line, okay, and then that flat line out of that you get like a little spike, and then it comes down like slowly, and then you just see it like flatlining, but at higher levels, okay. So I'm seeing that on BWT. I'm seeing that on a lot of them. On a lot of ones I mentioned, I'm seeing that on um the Kanye coin that cannot be named, the one that that I'm currently I'm not gonna say it's not like I got everything like spread around in there like I told you about, okay? But I see him saying that one. Like me personally, I feel like it's gonna be that one more than any of the other ones, okay? It's either that one or the AI, but the AI, I feel like that one's still cooking, okay? I already told you my takes on this. I already told you on what I think that he's trying to do. I already told you on what I think he's gonna do again. Okay, whatever he did with the token the first time, I think he's gonna come out. He's gonna say one of these coins, but whatever coin he says, I don't think that that's gonna be the one that he sticks with. Now I don't know what's gonna happen after that. I don't know if it's gonna be the same situation as the YZY token. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I don't know, and I'm not gonna know because I'm not Kanye. Okay. But the one thing that I do know is that I do trust myself, okay? And myself is telling me that that coin is probably going to be the next one, right? With that being said, the BW2 I picked up because, like I also said, with me trusting myself, and when I say myself, again, we've been through this, the intuition thing, okay, tapped into it. It's not mine, okay, it's what has been given to me, if that makes any sense, okay? And that is just what I've been tapping into recently with pretty much everything on my everyday life, okay? And then I like the way that it's turning out. Okay, I'm sure some other people in here could say the same thing about they like the way that has turned out. Okay, um, but yeah, I see that. But I didn't go scoop up that one. Notice I told you that I scooped up BWT. In my book, personally, it's not done, right? It's not done. But I mean, the one that we were following, the one that I was tracking. I keep saying we. The one that I was tracking on here, it popped 60,000%. Okay, I made a buck off of that. But I still, got it because that play's not done. I told you, it's not about money. It's about I want the trade. Now, money aspect aside, that trade is not done. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is basically the reason why I scooped up the BWT is because that one hasn't started. What Kanye is doing right now with this stuff launch, I don't think anybody else, not for a while or not unless it's on purpose, is going to do the same type of launch that he's doing, like in the same way, if that makes sense. Like the multiple coin thing, like I don't, maybe somebody can, I've only been here for a year, Okay, I've only been in these trenches for a year, so I couldn't tell you if it's happened before like that, but I guarantee I don't think so. Um, I've never seen anything like it. I've only been here for a year, never seen anything like it. I do a lot of research on this stuff. Okay, when I'm getting involved, and especially if it's something interesting and it's something I like, I'm gonna know about it. And if I don't, I'm gonna figure it out. And that's just why I say that I'm gonna know about it, is because this stuff is interesting. If it's interesting, I'm in there. If I say I'm gonna do something, I do it. Okay, that's what I'm doing here. Okay, but yeah, again, I bought the BWT because one is bottomed out to me at that level. If it drops, I'm still cool with that because I'm, like I said, I think that's his coin. Okay, again, I'm not anybody's financial advisor. I'm not here to tell you to buy or sell anything. Okay, I'm just telling you what I am doing as of September 10th or 11th or 9th, whatever day it is. I keep losing track. Okay, I've been busy, gym, tired, and then charts. Now, the next thing I'm going to tell you is stock wise. Okay, everybody, don't get lost in this meme stuff. Okay, because we're in the meme stuff now, but I told you that this whole thing started from stock stuff and XRP. Okay, the main cryptos, but mainly XRP and stocks. Okay, and I had said originally when we were talking about the XRP at 40 cents and it ran up to $3.40, $3.30, whatever it ran to, I was like, looked at it, I was like, okay, everybody's anticipating this thing to run up higher. Like I said, the levels I see that at are still way higher than what it's at. Okay, but for the time being, I was like, my money is going to do better elsewhere, right? So hit a couple of things on the stock market, and then came over here, saw what they had brewing with the Vine coin, BWT, Kanye, Trump coin. Okay, hit Trump in BWT, in Vine, and knocking on, pretty much I could say hit the yay, right? But we're still waiting on that one to pan out all the way, because like I said, I want the trade, and that trade is going to be devious, so I'm still waiting on it. And when I say devious, I mean devious. If you need to know, like, oh, where is it going? I can't tell you where it's. I see it somewhere, and I'm not telling anybody where I see it at. Okay, I've talked to a couple of my, I'll say, I don't even want to say close friends because I don't need them to know that. But you know, I've said a couple of numbers, but it's like ranges. But what I can tell you is what I would look at for like a comparison is I would go look at Trump coin. Okay. And the reason why I told you this, the same reason why I got these, and the same reason why I'm looking specifically, we're talking about this play: Trump, Elon, Kanye, three most influential people. Like not even influential, just like if they put their name on something, it's gonna go. Like people, they attract people. Okay, they attract attention, and for whatever reason, I think it's because I'm not going to go into that, but they stir up a lot of emotion. You stir up a lot of emotion. For me, somehow that seems like currency in a way, and it pays off for them. If you think I'm lying, just go look at their stuff. And then again about the BWT, you could say, oh, it's because it's connected to Trump, the big T. I could say that, yeah, it is connected to him, but there's something about that kid to where there's something about him, man. It's like right now it's three. That kid could be another one, like brewing. Okay, and I think he is another one brewing. It's not just because, oh, you saw it. No, I mean, like, you could have went with Melania, could have went with multiple other ones, but I didn't. It's something about that one in particular. Okay, it just is. It's just that kid is weird. He's not weird. He's got that little, you know. If you can feel it, you can feel it. If you can't, you can't. It's fair. Um. Anyway, stock wise, listen. Like I was trying to say, is don't get caught up in the memes. Remember, I'm still doing what I got to do. When I hit that play, guess what I did? XRP went up, got back in there with way more than I thought I was going to end up with coming back into there like that. Okay, at levels that I didn't think it was going to be at. I thought at least like $4 or something like that. That's what I'd end up coming back to that at, but it didn't end up doing that. So it's a double whammy win. Like, don't get sidetracked on what we're doing over here with Kanye, Elon, and all that. Elon, fair game, but I'm just saying, don't get sidetracked, okay? Because the end goal is still over there. Okay, I don't have the XRP hat on, but no, yes, it is still XRP. Okay. Now, stock wise, I told you I got into options on Tesla. I can't remember what they were when I bought them. I think they were 480s, but out a year. Yeah, that thing's up 40 to 80%, maybe 20%, But again, those options are worth thousands and thousands of dollars because it's Tesla and it's a year out option in it. Okay, and they got something, their chart pattern. Now that one's a pure chart pattern. The way that it's set up, I told you, that thing looks like it's going to $700, $800. And like that contract's out for the year. Now, just because I say I bought a contract out for the year, and for those of you that don't understand, you're gonna have to look it up. Okay, so if you haven't figured it out with this channel, I'm talking about financial stuff, but I'm not your financial advisor. If this interests you in a way, even if it's, I don't even care if it's just from the money aspect. Okay, go figure it out. I'm just saying one word: options. Go figure out what options are dealing with the stock market. It's not hard. Google search. You even got Google AI in there. Okay, figure out what I'm talking about when I say yearly option. Figure out what I'm talking about when I say strike price. Okay, put it together. Boom. I'll even tell you it's a call option. Call option. Okay, it's for the I make money when the stock goes up in a timely manner. Okay, go figure out all the details for your own. But anyway, that's what that's about. And I know most people probably already know what I'm talking about, but either way. But I meant to tell you again, like that quiet period. That's another thing. It's just a quiet period. There's not, but what I mean by that is normally, like probably like a month ago, you heard, oh, this is going on with this. Oh, the rate's this. Oh, Jerome Powell this. Oh, this stock is doing this. This stock is doing that. Oh, Bitcoin over here. Oh, this company's buying Bitcoin. This company's doing this. You don't hear any of that. And I don't know if it's your feeds or what, but you have to specifically go looking for this type of information to know what's going on. And I don't even know if the senator, maybe something like that, is in recess. Maybe that's why I don't keep track of politics. Told you that. When it's relevant to what I'm doing or like a trade that I'm in or something, then yeah. But like that stuff doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Like people pay too much. They add. Don't let anybody discourage you from investing your money. Don't let anybody discourage you from getting involved in financial markets. Talking about like rate cuts, basis percentages, and how many points this moved, and you gotta have this sector rotation. Don't focus on any of that because it's not as hard as people are making it out to be. Okay, and once you learn that when the easier stuff gets, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad for you. To me, that's just how I set myself up, how I wire myself. The easier route within reason, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about this specifically. Don't go this place. Stay right here. Easy money. Nothing wrong with it. When it's like this, okay? I'm talking about this. Don't add anything else to what I'm saying. Easy money. When it starts getting stressful, when it starts straining you, when you're thinking and something like that, no matter what you're doing, stop doing it. Okay, take a second back and then come back when it's not like that. For me, I don't know about you, but I that's never gone well. Okay, it's never gone well. Anyway, Ford's looking good, Levi's looking good. Coca-Cola is getting on my nerves, but it's still one of my ones. Okay, everything is still the same. NRGV, I don't know if you guys participated or didn't, and I don't even know if I called that one on here, but I think I did. It was a thing. There was a rumor that Tesla's trying to buy these guys or something like that. So I think the stock was trading at like $1 or something when that news came out. Not news, actual news, but when I heard the rumor about it, it was around like $1.60, $1.20 or something like that. Anyway, it's up to like $2, $2.04. The options I got, the yearly options I got in there, up like 50 to 80%. Okay, sold some, kept the rest as profit. That's all you gotta do. Wolf touched $11 the other day. Okay, no new news on Google, but I just want to tell you again, I am in that play for multiple reasons. One of the main reasons is that it is heavily shorted stock play, counterfeit shares, quotations, whatever. You can sue me, but again, you already know what I'm going to say. Show me the blue sheets. Show me the blue sheets if you're trying to sue me. If you don't want to see the blue sheets, can't really sue me now, can you? Okay? And I don't, to be honest, there's 136 of you individuals on here. Nobody's suing me. That would be crazy, but it is what it is at that point. I still roll with it. So you got that on that. But again, yeah, the main message here is do not forget what I'm doing here. Okay, if you're following what I'm trying to do, again, do your own thing. You're you. Whatever you make is you. Whatever you lose is you. Okay, because right now everything is all what is that, like candies and rainbows? Whatever that is, everything's all easy peasy, greensy. Everybody's happy because you're making money. But don't forget, at one point there's gonna be a time where that stuff is not green. It's gonna be red. Okay, just like for the past month in these coins, like they're red. You know what I mean? Like if you bought it, they're red. nothing changed. You know, I tell you that all the time. Have your thesis, and then if something changes, okay, that's when you change. However, nothing has changed. Um, I mean, you could say like distractions over here, distractions over there. You could say that, but nothing has really changed. Okay, it's a part of that patience thing. To some people, time is important, and I understand that. To me, people like to say like time is the most important asset. I don't. I'm not gonna bind myself to that. It's just a part of living. That's what I think about it as. It's just time. Whether it takes months, years, or whatever it is, like to me, it's like doesn't really matter. I'm having a great time. Okay, whatever I'm gonna do with if this thing goes to this, if this thing goes to that, whatever that is, like I'm gonna be doing the same thing. Okay, and I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but once you start figuring stuff out like that, man, just notice how that stuff affects yourself. Okay. So you get there's no news on BWT, by the way. I just bought that off of how the chart looked. But I will say this, I noticed there's something weird. One thing that you gotta keep in mind is if you notice when these guys start talking about these stealth launches, no matter what it is, or big projects behind it, or when they actually start moving, look at the price of Solana. Okay. If I had a team of people, and it's not just Kanye, if I had a team of people that were advising me on like you still do what you do, but they advise you on like what to do, like what would be smarter and what would be better for you, and most importantly, what would make this project more successful. It wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to launch your stealth when Solana is down in the dirt, right? What would make the most sense when everybody's eyes are on Solana, right? When Solana looks like it's about to go up, because that helps you move in that direction. Notice how the look of Solana looks right now. It looks like it's about to go up. Okay, look at your assets, or look at these meme coins. Look how they're situated. Do they not look like they're about to go up? I'm just saying, you gotta look for things like that when you're talking about. People want to talk about like, oh, the blood moon or whatever, and people do go off of stuff like that. A lot of these rich guys and people with a lot of they astrology, even in the stock market, they love it. Um, Me personally, I'm not binding myself to a blood moon or a moon, whatever you believe in is cool. But like you already know what I told you here. I don't have. There's such thing as limiting beliefs. Okay, I want as little of those as possible. You understand? Okay, so it is what it is. Now, do I observe it? Yes, I see how people react to it. Like when there's stuff going on in the news, I notice how people react to it. I notice who is around me and what they say, and what they think or and how they move, because that is awareness, and I like to be aware of the people that I keep around me. Okay, because there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not gonna just stop talking to people, but I'm gonna be aware of where they are. You know what I'm saying? Because where I am and where I'm going and what I'm doing, or not even where I'm going, where I am. Okay, I want people around me that are like me. Okay, and I don't need people around me that are like me. I'm perfectly in content and with it just being me, because if you know, it's never really just you. Okay, it's never really just you. You're never really alone. Um, yeah, I'm gonna leave you at that, man. Watch those coins. Um, Everything is looking decent. You just gotta chill out, man. Be patient. All right, I'm out of here. Be easy.